to Nature Notes. My name is Ariel Christian, and I'm a practicum student here at Schmeekly. So today we are going to be talking about the relationship between fungus and trees. So to understand this relationship, we have to first recognize what fungus is. What is fungus? It's weird, right? It's not an animal and it's not a plant. But like a plant, it grows in one area, doesn't move, and grows pretty slow. But it's like an animal in that it relies on others to gain nutrients and water. So fungus is very unique, and one of the largest organisms on Earth is actually a fungus. And it grows in Oregon State, and it's about 2,000 acres. It occupies a giant area. And it's also said to be about 2,400 years old. It'll be one of the largest and one of the oldest organisms on Earth. So pretty amazing stuff. So fungi has vegetative portions called mycelium that grow in branch formations called hyphae. Now, only specific kinds of fungi will associate with trees, and when they do, it's called mycorrhiza. Now, on this photo, you'll see the roots, which is the bigger structure, and then these thin filaments is the fungi associating with these plants. And this is a mutual relationship, symbiotic, in that both species, both organisms, benefit from this relationship. So these tiny mycelium will completely attach to these tree roots. Some may even penetrate them or grow out the ends of these tree roots. And most of the trees, most of the plants that you see in Schmeekly are associated with some kinds of fungi. One specific tree could be associated with up to 100 different kinds of fungi. So pretty amazing stuff. And about 90% of all plants have mycorrhizal associates. So these really help these plants grow. So what does fungus do for these trees and plants? They have an extreme way of collecting nutrients and water, and helps all these plants gain access to different nutrients that they normally wouldn't be able to, like phosphorus and iron. And some of these fungi are also associated with nitrogen-fixing bacteria, and will help the tree gain access to that nitrogen that they would normally get. So what does the tree get in return? They get protection from different insect pests, and fungi will also take in pollutants and heavy metals from the soil, so the plants and the trees won't suffer from those. And trees give these fungi about 1/3 of the sugars and the carbohydrates that they produce. So these fungi need a lot from these trees. But they get that protection from that fungi, so they're working together in this awesome team. So the presence of this fungi creates an underground web of connections. Some people have said it's the internet of the forest. And what's really amazing is a lot of different tree species can be connected. Some trees that may fight over space, over sunlight, over nutrients above the ground are actually working together underneath with the help of these fungi. These organisms are bringing all these trees together in this complicated network that people have only begun to understand. So the fact that they work with different tree species really supports the idea of biodiversity. So for example, let's say a disease comes through and wipes out all the maples in that forest. That fungi is also supporting different species, so those species can live and thrive as well. So fungi love diverse places and ancient places as well, because they grow pretty slow. So by using this mycorrhizal highway, if you will, trees may have a pest insect eating at their bark. And trees are known to release volatile compounds to get rid of those pests. These compounds may bring in predator insects that eat those pests eating at the tree. And it's been shown that neighboring trees will release these compounds without even getting attacked by a pest. And how does that work? those signals are being transferred underground through these associations with fungi. Pretty amazing. They're communicating underground. And fungi are also a huge part of trees' death. Fungus is the main decomposers of the world. They recycle the nutrients back into the soil. So it's very common to see lots of different funguses and mushrooms throughout Schmeekly. And here's an awesome picture of a turkey tail. Very beautiful. I saw this right on the path in Schmeekly. Very beautiful. It's breaking down a dead log that's laying on the ground. And just one more example of a mushroom you can probably see in Schmeekly is a puffball. And these are actually edible, but make sure you know the species before you eat it, because there's lots of different mushrooms that are poisonous. But this is only the tip of the iceberg when talking about mushrooms and fungi. But this relationship is extremely complicated and really beautiful, and without fungi, probably wouldn't be here. So thank the fungus. Thank you everyone for listening. This has been Nature Notes.